Okay, so here we go. I'm going to talk for a second about super soldiers. But I don't believe that I believe that they're utilized still constantly, but I don't believe they're called super soldiers. I think they're called augmented assets. Um, and I think what they are basically is you're dealing with a being that has an aspect of itself, like whatever its natural gift is, right? Whether it could be genetically engineered, it could be a person, like a human-ish, a hybrid, something that has a genetic predisposition to a specific ability or talent that is generally on a paranormal or supernatural scale, right? So, like psychic, telekinetic, pyrokinetic, all those different types of, blah, 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 whatever. And they're also, they have cybernetic augmentations that kind of enhance those abilities. And what normally happens is a lot of these people, that's what they're called, like augmented assets, is because they're kind of like activated, and I think a lot of them don't even know what they are. It's just kind of a say hi, what up? It's kind of a program, kind of like a dissociative kind of thing, and then they kind of get activated or turned on, and then they go on the warpath, or they go hit a certain target, like kind of like in the Bourne Identity, where well, kind of, sort of. Well, a lot of those people knew who they were. Like if you watch that movie, like when those assets would get activated, they were just living a cover life, but they already knew, who and what they were, really. As opposed to someone like Jason Bourne, who didn't know what he was. It just kind of started popping up and kind of overriding, the old personality. But what I believe is, like, these people, these beings, like they're augmented in different ways, and some of them can be augmented in ways that cybernetically enhance their psychic ability, cybernetically enhance their ability to, I don't know, be physically powerful, anything. Like it can go around the board, you know what I'm saying? But I think that a lot of times, a lot of these people, like when we find ourselves in these situations where we're kind of like being attacked, I think that a lot of these things, they're like these augmented super soldiers. Like, I think they bring those out once the regular stuff stops working. Like you get like let's say you go somewhere and you sit down and it's just you, and then suddenly this other person just shows up and they're just staring at you, right? And suddenly it just feels like your head's about to explode. Well, it's because you're getting hit, with a particular type of like psychic attack. You're getting attacked by this person, by this being, And I think sometimes they're so powerful they can cause strokes, they can cause seizures, they can cause all kinds of things to happen. If you don't know how to deflect or how to fight back. And I think that's what a lot of this stuff is, in general, right? So you hear when people talk about, like they're being gang stalked, and they have, they'll go somewhere, or they'll try to do a video, record a video, like I'm doing right now, or read a book, or do something that involves concentration. These assholes will just show up in droves, and suddenly you can't concentrate. And what a lot of people don't talk about is a lot of that is a psychic suggestion, right? It's like a incursion on you psychically. You feel crowded, like you can't concentrate. It's because of them. They're putting that off, right? So, and that's just like typical gang stalker stuff, right? But then you get into like these super soldiers, and I think that some of them even have aspects of themselves, like physically, that can transform or shapeshift into weaponry to carry out a specific task, where, like they literally are the weapon. And so, whether it's nanotechnology, I don't know what would make them that, how they could do it technically, don't really know. But I do know that they have, super soldiers that practice, traditional psychic warfare. They have super soldiers that remote view. Like, they're super soldiers that will attack you in the astral. That's a real thing. Like, when you leave your body, like, it's not just, demons and aliens and shit. Like, it's soldiers, like actual soldiers that are hitting you too. So, like, CIA, NSA, they all have that stuff. And what people need to understand is that, yes, this world is really screwed up. Yes, there's a lot of, but it's like, it's not the monolithic evil that we think it is at times. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of screwed upness to it. That's not a word, but you know what I'm saying. But, like, there's so many different, like, individual factions that are fighting. Because you would think, oh, they're all just, evil and corrupt. Why aren't they just, getting along? And just, no, it's not exactly like that. There are factions and groups and tribes and, you know what I'm saying? And they're always, attacking each other, going after each other, doing all this stuff, like, you have the different families that are trying to kill each other half the time. All these different, like I said, different groups, different species, whatever you want to call them. They're always attacking each other. They're always, hitting each other. They're always, everybody's trying to get to the top spot. It's not just one unified Legion of Doom like in the comic books. A lot of them are scattered. It's just. One group is up here one day, another group is up here the other day. But the thing they all have in common is they're all, corrupt and sadistic as fuck. Excuse my language. So, but yeah. Anyway, so I think that's a lot of that is going on. I think that you probably know more super soldiers than you think. And I think that a lot of them don't even know what they are. I think that they're just kind of, spread out into the populace until they need to be activated, and then they're activated. But, yeah, just me and my crazy rants. I'm gonna do some more walking. Hope you guys are doing good. Take it easy.